In the pages of the Bible, few stories are as surprising and powerful as that of Rahab. Her life challenges our assumptions about who God chooses and why. Rahab was not a queen, a prophet, or a woman of high status. In fact, she lived on the margins of society in the city of Jericho, known primarily for her sinful past. Yet, God saw something deeper in her heart, something that would transform her life and echo throughout salvation history: radical faith. Rahab's story is found in the book of Joshua, during a time when the people of Israel were preparing to enter the Promised Land. Jericho stood as a fortified city, seemingly impossible to conquer. From a human perspective, the situation looked hopeless. Yet, God was already working behind the scenes, and Rahab would become a key part of His divine plan. When two Israelite spies entered Jericho, they sought refuge in Rahab's house. This alone is striking. God led His chosen servants not to the home of a noble or religious leader, but to a woman whom society would have rejected. Rahab's response to the spies reveals the depth of her faith. She did not merely offer them shelter, she risked her life to protect them. When the king of Jericho demanded that she hand them over, she hid them and sent the pursuers in the wrong direction. Why would she do such a dangerous thing? Rahab herself gives the answer. She had heard about the God of Israel, how He parted the Red Sea and delivered His people from Egypt. Though she had never seen these miracles with her own eyes, she believed. In Joshua 2:11, she declares, "The Lord your God is God in heaven above and on earth below." This confession is extraordinary. Surrounded by a culture of false gods and fear, Rahab chose to place her trust in the one true God. This is the essence of radical faith, believing in God's power and authority even when circumstances seem impossible. Rahab had everything to lose. If discovered, she would face death. Yet, she acted not out of fear, but out of conviction. Her faith was not passive, it moved her to courageous action. In Catholic teaching, faith is not merely intellectual assent. It is a living response to God's grace. Rahab embodies this truth. She did not have a long history of righteousness or religious training, yet her faith was alive and active. This is why she is later praised in the New Testament. The letter of James points to Rahab as an example of faith that works through action. God's choice of Rahab also reveals His mercy. He does not define us by our past, but by our openness to His grace. Rahab's profession and background could have disqualified her in the eyes of the world, but not in the eyes of God. Her story reminds us that no one is beyond redemption. When we turn to God with sincere faith, He can rewrite our story. The impact of Rahab's faith extends far beyond her own life. Because of her courage, she and her family were spared when Jericho fell. But even more remarkably, she became part of the lineage of Jesus Christ. The Gospel of Matthew includes Rahab in the genealogy of Christ, placing her among the ancestors of the Savior. Rahab's scarlet cord, which she hung from her window as a sign of protection, is often seen as a symbol of salvation. Just as that cord marked our household for deliverance, so too does Christ's sacrifice mark us for redemption. What does this mean for us today? We all face moments that feel impossible, situations where fear or uncertainty threaten to overwhelm us. Like Rahab, we may feel unworthy or unprepared. Yet, her story teaches us that God is not looking for perfect people. He's looking for a heart willing to trust Him completely. Radical faith does not mean having all the answers. It means choosing to trust God even when we cannot see the outcome. It means acting with courage when obedience requires risk. Rahab's life is a testament to the power of faith in impossible times. She stood at the crossroads of fear and trust, and she chose trust. Because of that choice, her life was transformed, her family was saved, and her name was written into the story of salvation. Thank you for watching the video. If you found this video helpful, please like and don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.